Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel if you're new here. My name's Chantal, and at February 2022, about 2 years ago, I decided to open up my own studio art gallery here on Kangaroo Island and pursue art as a career. And since then have really grown in my space and finding my art style, doing commissions and becoming a children's book illustrator. So, and I really want to share my journey so I can inspire you to pursue art and pursue your dreams, and knowing that everyone is on their own journey and you don't have to take a conventional pathway to make your dream a reality. The more people that you see pursuing their dreams in different ways, the more inspiring it is for you to go and do that. So that's why I'm here. About a month ago, I came back from having my first little solo art exhibition in Adelaide, and I wanted to make a video about the lessons and the takeaways I learned from that experience, so you guys can use that knowledge for your own pathway and your own experiences, because what I learned might help you in the future. I have just come back from my solo interactive art exhibition in Adelaide, and my studio is a big fat mess. I just unloaded the car and there are boxes everywhere that I need to reorganize and put my art back up on the wall. So I thought, why not do another studio makeover, since I know you guys really love those. I am a huge risk taker, and I am constantly pushing myself further and further outside my comfort zone, and this exhibition was no exception. If you want to chase your dreams and you don't have the opportunities you want right in front of you, then you have to go and create your own. I decided to put on a solo interactive art exhibition, and I financed, marketed and curated the entire exhibition solely myself, which was a huge endeavor, and I made so many mistakes and I learned so many things. Before I get onto the juicy lessons that I learned, I wanted to quickly discuss what this exhibition was all about. I always want to push the conventions of art in some way, so I really didn't want this to be just a white-walled gallery walkthrough. I wanted it to be an interactive experience that left you inspired to reconnect to your inner child. And so throughout the exhibition, I had these interactive stations, connect to their inner child. And so one of the stations I had was a Polaroid photo shoot where you could take a photo with your friends and you could keep the Polaroid. And I felt like that was a really cool memento. One of the really cool and most phenomenal stations that I had was where you could write and post a letter to your future self, and over the next year I would randomly send it back out to you. And I didn't think this station would be too popular because it would take too much time and people wouldn't really be invested to actually write a letter themselves. But out of the 56 people I had come to the exhibition, 52 people wrote letters to themselves, and to me that was crazy. And it wasn't just a few sentences and then post it off. People were writing full out letters. Girls would take the writing materials and then go out to the foyer and write letters together and then post them off. And I thought that was I did not expect that to happen, and it was kind of really inspiring that I could inspire people to go and do that. And the other thing that I did was I baked over 100 cookies for little gift bags. I don't know if you guys remember having little party bags when you went to birthday parties, and then you'd have a collection of random things, lollies and gift things. And I just had one of my stickers, and I had a cookie that was iced as an envelope, and those cookies took me I think 12 hours in total because I iced them all and baked them all myself. Small personal touches when you're putting on an event just make it so much more meaningful and inspiring. So the studio space that I hired for the 3 days also had an open bar, which I hired for just the opening night. And I also had live music there, and I had live music by Naomi Keat, who is one of my favorite artists in Adelaide. I just love listening to her songs, and I always have them playing in my gallery, and she just creates this beautiful, nostalgic and kind of reminiscent music. I'll link her up in the corner so you guys can go check her out, go and support her. And I think that was just a beautiful touch as well, because it kind of really coincided with my art. I researched for months trying to find the perfect studio that was both affordable and had good lighting and vibes, and I finally found in studio in August, and then I visited in October, and then I planned for the exhibition in January. The space had around 75 packs, and I think I had just over 60 people, including family and friends, come to the night. The first lesson that I learned was that it was so much more work than I ever anticipated. It was an incredible amount of time and energy, and by the time I got to the event, I was actually very exhausted. I severely underestimated how stressful putting an event like this on would be. In terms of work, the first lesson I learned was that it would be so much more difficult to market and get the word out there. I actually held this exhibition in Adelaide, which is a city I don't even live in. So I actually travelled from Kangaroo Island all the way up to Adelaide with over 25 paintings and all of my equipment. And it's not just like a short way, it's actually quite a long way to travel. And so getting up there was, another kind of event that I had to cross, and like a boundary. Because I was holding this exhibition in Adelaide and I have very, very few friends and no connections or no networks in the art industry really, so I kind of found it really hard to kind of market my event and kind of get people excited to come along and also like kind of share my art, because at the end of the day, my number one goal was just to share my art. Like, I really didn't care about sales or anything like that. I just wanted to create like a like-minded space where like girls and women and guys alike kind of felt re-inspired to get in touch with their inner child. I think I made over 20 videos marketing my exhibition, which I then posted on TikTok and Instagram, and I think 80% of sales came through TikTok and 30% through Instagram. TikTok is great if you want exposure and to reach a certain audience, while Instagram is all about community building, I feel. I honestly don't know why I had the impression that I would sell out tickets in the first 24 hours, because let me tell you the hard truth. I didn't sell a single ticket in the first 2 weeks, and I thought I had made the biggest mistake of my life. I was stressing, I was having nightmares at night. I was like, Chantal, you have girl bossed way too close to the sun and you are about to burn. But what kept me going was that I knew there would be people in Adelaide that would want to come to this event. I just had to find them. And 2 weeks prior to opening night, I actually sold out all 60 tickets. Hard work just had to get me there. Although I didn't sell many originals, I did sell a lot more art prints than I expected. And I think this was because the demographic of people that came to my exhibition were like very young, and I think it is really quite hard to sell originals if you're not backed by a gallery or have a lot of exposure on news media and through a school or university and have those connections. It is really hard to get the word out there and to have exposure just on your own. And so I think I was just really happy that I was able to get people to my event in the end. All of the paintings that I didn't sell, I actually released as a collection online, and now I have sold a couple. And if any of you guys are interested in becoming a collector of my nostalgia originals, they are all available online with free shipping around Australia. They are also all beautifully framed, so they are ready to hang and you do not have to worry about framing. They're all looking for their forever home where they can inspire people to be in touch with their inner child, and it would mean the world to me if you were to become a collector of them or to even just purchase a painting. It just means so much to me. Every time someone does, I get so excited and it inspires me to keep creating, and I'm able to invest in new projects in the future. Thank you so much for watching this video. I will see you all in the next one. Love you!